coming. We're going to start off with Carol Mallon from Sweet Honey in the Rock.
Hey, how y'all doing? Is everybody ready to put some really strong, powerful, active, progressive love energy out into the universe to combat radical hate with radical love? Y'all ready?
We who believe in freedom cannot rest.
We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom.
Oh, no, 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 no.
We who believe cannot rest until it comes.
Well, now.
We who
believe in freedom cannot
we who
rest.
believe.
Every day when we wake up in the morning, we're able to exercise choice. We cannot rest until we all have that choice, that God-given choice to exercise. We cannot rest.
We're having this love rally today to fight radical hate with radical love. Radical love means love for our common humanity, love for our Muslim, Black, Asian, Latino, and Native American brothers and sisters, love for our LGBT and gender non-conforming family members and friends, love for our immigrant, disabled, and working class mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. Love, in other words, for all those who've been dehumanized by a capitalist and patriarchal culture that divides the world into those who are human and those who are not. And put those who are white, rich, male, straight, American, or European on top of the hierarchy of humanness. Evidence of this hierarchy of humanness is found in our everyday lives. We mourn, for example, with the French and the Belgium, as indeed we should, when terrorists attack, but we don't mourn with the Syrians, the Nigerians, the Turkish, or the Iraqis. So over the next 2 hours, you're going to hear the voices of love. Students, interfaith leaders, spoken word poets, 7th and 8th grade students from New York City schools, a gospel choir right behind me, musicians, activists, educators, and community leaders who speak truth to power and power to love. Enjoy.
This is my poem illuminating blackness and invisibility after reading Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man. I have illuminated the blackness of my invisibility. I have illuminated growing minds filled with questions about me, she, he, they, we, everybody. From here to there, from now to the future, from the biggest universe to the tiniest atom. We have illuminated a path for people to follow, to make a better world. To hear, to be, to love, to die, to cry. Oh my, don't be shy. Now to open the world to see a world of hatred, death, separation, complication, violence, unfair, effed up, unjust, resisting, discrimination, scary, prisoner in your own skill. I'll fight for you if you'll fight for me. We'll fight side by side. That's how it will be. Thank you.
People, here we go! People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. The next stop that we make will be England. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Don't you know that it's time to get on board? And let this train keep on riding, riding on through.
My name is Hussein Rashid, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what it means to be a Muslim speaking about love. When we talk about love and we start talking about peace, salam on my shirt, how do we get peace? That when we greet each other with peace, but we call on God for His mercy and compassion. Because for us, mercy and compassion is the manifestation, the presence, the way in which we act out love. Because to say I love you is easy and cheap, but to go out and do something about it is hard. And the way we do that is through mercy and compassion. But how do we get to that mercy and compassion? Until we start loving God. For a Muslim to love God means that then we know what true love is. That we're not bound by the sense of I'm with her or with him today because I love him or her today. But that this love is eternal. And that when we get to love God, then we get to love ourselves. And when we get to love ourselves, then we get to love other people. And so my wish for you, as my brothers and sisters here today, is to think about what it is you really wish for each other. And my wish for you is for peace, this salam, and to know mercy and compassion in your lives, and to act mercy and compassion in the world, and to say that ultimately I love myself enough to love other people. Because it's only then, and then only, do we not have to worry about hate, because we've got a better story to tell, and that's the story of love. Salam.
I'm a soul hip hop, 80s baby. My mama played that. Come a chameleon. Shoot, I wanted a moonwalk, up rock and break, when crack rocks lace the outside of my place. Outside of my place, too much pop, pop, copy cool, cervezas, and pop rock, munched up by kids who bought coke and popped rocks. Even in dead winter, the block was always summer hot. And growing up, everybody lived some version of this. First deal I witnessed was at 4. First gun I held was at 6. At 7, told mama, I hate school. She told me to love education because she did. Only made it to 3rd grade before completing her GED. And this is for my bachelor's and my master's from New York University. So go ahead and make some noise if you owe over $100,000 in loans. Cause this is for every educator who's lucky to hear grateful parents say the words, may God bless and repay you. But nevertheless, our little sisters and little brothers, we love you and we're here for you, in case you ever wondered. Peace. When I say people, y'all say power, people. People. When I say we are, y'all say beautiful, we are. We are. When I say we want, y'all say justice. We want. We want. I said everything is possible. Nothing is an obstacle. Everything is optical. Optimism optimal. Pessimism never lets you listen to the God in you. Possibility is so strange and seems so odd to you. Well, society done got to you. Selling only visions, only television up to you. To listen to your insecurities, while in modules. Placing all that sickness and disease up inside of you. Never to provide for you. Always just to bother you, consuming all the products. Who really gets the benefit? Really gets a sense of it. Really get a sense of it and feel it in your body, son. You are full of love and light, spit the truth, embody sun. Just look around into the sea of people. Bunch of spirits bathed in starlight. Family, have you ever had a dream before? And don't mistake it for impossible, just cause it's something you ain't seen before. Peace, y'all.
What's a love pedagogy? It's a practice through which teachers can ask the kinds of questions that current education mandates just won't allow. Where teachers teach through the relationships they develop by connecting their internal world to the internal life of their students. So I use this practice in my own classroom at SUNY Albany. I teach kids just out of high school who are, yes, handcuffed to smartphones, tweets, and subtweeting, snaps, and posts. They make up something researchers have called Generation Z. And the researchers have doomed Generation Z to a list of contrasts. One being that although Gen Z accepts greater racial diversity, they have less potential for humanity. This social demography is just plain wrong. And so it is this same supposedly doomed generation who, after about just 12 weeks of a love pedagogy, have given me their one-sentence definitions of love to read aloud to you today. They want to, they said, give you hope in us. From Mark, who says he began smoking cigarettes once his family was evicted and he didn't know what or where he could call home. Love is the ability to deeply care for someone, regardless of where they come from or who they are. Perhaps with a little more love pedagogy, we can rename this generation, Generation Love. Thank you.
out, help me out, come on. Hey, 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 where's the love? Where's the love? Love, love, love. Listen. If the world's on fire, love take us higher, love take us higher. If you give it a try, in this world together, we can live forever, we can live forever if the living is right.
Teens, we are defined as loud, obnoxious, rebellious, and apparently we know nothing about love.
We can't define love as anything deeper than the obvious fact that love is an intense feeling of deep affection, or love being the feeling we get when we see our favorite celebrity.
So here we are, asking that you listen to us today, and that hopefully you will hear us out on this beautiful Sunday.
Because in the end, one man cannot change the world alone, and together we have to make the meaning of love known. Thank you.
Because when two boys try to understand love, you mean like a crush or something?
Middle school will pull the words from our throats.
Throat scratching to reach that peace of mind, to find sanctity in knowing reality. Because if we follow the maps on our palms,
they will lead us to from California to Tehran,
Paris to Dhaka.
Connection doesn't have boundaries.
Bonds don't listen to the gunshots, the protests, and middle school boys don't either.
Love is the pain we all suffer from having promises broken and having to experience that feeling of hopelessness, only to have that commitment later fulfilled. Love is the pain we all suffer from hearing the government tell us that they aren't going to wage war against other countries, but they do it anyway. And it's a feeling of cherishing that time when we're at peace. Love is accepting my mom for who she is, no matter how many times she may accidentally let me down, and looking at all the times she has been a shoulder for me to cry on.
If you really knew me, you would know that I'm afraid of police brutality.
That I do miss my brother.
That I call my grandmother every day because I'm afraid she'll die of cancer.
That 5 of my family members died of cancer.
If you really knew me, you would know
that I have a constant fear of my family falling apart.
That I went through a depression when I was 8.
That I would do anything to make my mother happy.
That my uncle killed my aunt and then killed himself.
If you really knew me, you would know
that I am personally scared of sharing how I truly feel, knowing that people might not consider me a tough guy.
That I devote my time in the winter to helping stray animals find homes.
That my father left me when I was 2 months old.
If you really knew me, you would know
that I would risk my life for anyone in my family.
That I use humor to mask my emotions.
That when I succeed, I do not believe that I'm the best. I just believe what is just, fair, and right.
That cancer and heart disease are two things that run in my family that I aspire to find cures and medication for.
If you really knew us, you would know that we are human too.
Like, look at this crowd. There are people from everywhere here, which is incredible. And we're honestly and arguably one of the most diverse places in the world. The world is a beautiful, wonderful place, but sometimes we don't see it and sometimes we don't feel it. But I think in order to continue to make this place and this world as wonderful and beautiful as it is, we need to start by loving each other, and we need to spread that love. Thank you.
The reason why I have taken my afternoon to be here with you all is because of this person standing next to me. I am a parent who is scared of the rhetoric that I hear. And I am a parent who pretends not to be scared when my child tells me she is scared. And that's why when I look down this side and I see so many people here with their children, we need to do something differently. We need to come together differently.
When you think about the fact that children are incarcerated on Rikers Island every night that we go to sleep, when you think about the fact that New York is one of only 2 states in America that incarcerates juveniles as adults, imagine if their story was your story. And so if you can make that personal connection, if we can make that personal connection to other people's stories, then the love of humanity, the love of community, the love of our peers will push us towards action. It is not enough to simply understand and communicate and connect. We must act.
And get this, here's a prediction of Malcolm X, which has actually come true. He said, if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing.
What does it look like to love everyone? To let go of trying to change people and learn to live with people and to learn from people. It's listening deeply to everyone's story and everybody's experience. It's being yourself and accepting others for who they are. We've got to stop living at the extremes. You're either left or you're right. We have to see the humanity in each other. The best way to combat hate and fear is not with more hate and fear, it's with love.
Trust me, there are plenty of people who hate me just because of how I look. And I love them anyway because it's the right thing to do. Loving those who hate me doesn't mean I'm weak. In fact, it means I'm stronger. It empowers me because it's a lot harder to love than it is to hate. It takes more work to unite than to divide. And I select the path of love because it makes me better. It makes our world better.
My parents met on the battlefield, the stage, the theater that was Washington Square Park, 1992. And my mother was dreadlocks and wrapped skirts, loud prints, indigenous symbols of love, power, and peace. Yes, she was sistren, a ganja breath, a conga drum, step done barefoot, always barefoot, for she believed that her prayers, which manifested in the projects of Alphabet City, swirled and then swelled between her breasts to seep out through her feet and reach that great Mother Earth who lies beneath these city streets. And my father was there. He was worn out sambas, feet calloused from keeping his rhythm while drumming into sheepskins the beats of other people's ancestors. He could hear their ancient cries across time, and he knew, well, they liked to dance. Her feet bare as she pounded her pulse into the earth. Her limbs swam to the beat of his song, her sarong. It hung loose around her hips, which swayed in time with his fingertips. Thank you so much, Love Rally, Washington Square Park.
Examples are replicated, my life is inundated, dictated by every mercy and love. I'm liberated, indicating I must yes ask myself the question if I'm always receiving compassion without a reason, though my actions have harmed every person in every season. If he chose me to feel a love that lets me heal, then who am I to say, then who am I to claim, then who am I to judge who is worthy of love? So bite down on the aggression. Yes, patience over repression. Depression leads to repression, but love demands expression. So express yourself, express this very love to the corners of the earth, to the people, yes, and above. In sympathy to the haters, the bigots are indicators. Their souls are still awaiting a love that's dominating. Yes, sir. Thank you.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need.
We believe in freedom, can I rest?
Will you believe in freedom? Cannot rest until it comes. We who believe in freedom.
Oh, no, 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 no.
We who believe cannot rest until it comes.
Well, now.
We who believe
in freedom cannot
rest.
Every day when we wake up in the morning, we're able to exercise choice. We cannot rest until we all have that choice, that God-given choice to exercise. We cannot rest until the killing of black men, black mother's sons is as important as the killing of a white man or white mother's son. Oh, we who believe in freedom,
believe in freedom cannot rest.
Cannot we who believe in freedom,
believe in freedom cannot rest.
Tell you that which touches me most is that I had the chance to work with people, and I'm passing on to others that which was passed on to me. Woe to me, young people come first. They have the courage where we fail, and if I could but shed some light as they carry us through the gale. Come on now, we who believe in freedom,
believe in freedom cannot rest.
Cannot rest. We who believe in freedom,
believe in freedom cannot rest.
I tell you, struggling myself don't mean a whole lot. I've come to realize that teaching others to stand and fight, it is the only way our struggle survives. I'm a woman who speaks in a voice, and I must be heard. At times I can be quite difficult. I'll bow to no man's word. Come on now, we who believe in freedom,
believe in freedom cannot rest.
Oh no, no, we who believe in freedom,
we who believe in freedom cannot rest.
One more time now, we who believe in freedom cannot